Hello folks, welcome to Finland, welcome to Turku. Turku Open 2024 has been opened by the FPO earlier this morning, and now it's time to see the MPO competitors tackle the course, which has been especially designed for this event by the late great Seppo Paju. Thank you for him for the design work. Welcome to the booth. My name is Esa-Pekka Tupala. I'm your host today, and with me once again Teemu Nissinen. Welcome, Teemu.
Thank you. It's great to be here. We saw some great action in the morning on the FPO side, and now the couple feature cards are about to tee off on the MPO side, so can't wait to see the action.
It might be well said that we have the best Finnish players on the MPO in this particular event, and we also have a couple of States players with us.
Yeah, the field looking strong, weather looks great, course is great shape, so yeah, I'm expecting hot scores in a couple minutes.
First, we're going to look up the broadcast timing. The FPO will start 10:40 a.m. local time, and the MPO 4:40 p.m. local time. So the second feature card is a couple minutes away on their tee off. Let's look at some storylines for this opening day Friday. The players from the US are joining the DGPT Europe. We're going to see James Proctor and Eric Oakley continue their season in Europe.
All eyes on Väinö Mäkelä. Luolavuori is Mäkelä's home course. Can he boost his slow season start to a new start?
Yeah, that's a really great point. And Väinö, I feel like Väinö told us that he's feeling fine, he's feeling great, and he's ready to tackle this course. We're going to see how he's playing today. Jakub Semerad, he's going strong on the field on this first day. Currently sitting 6 under par after 13 holes. So Jakub has done great in Europe this season. He just took down the Heinola Open, I believe, just last week. It was a tight battle on the playoff, but he took it down and he's ready.
Yeah, and he's been a familiar face here in the Turku area. He spent all winter here, so probably familiar with the course as well. And now with after victory coming with good confidence to this tournament. But the course is not super easy, so it looks like 8-9 down might be the hot score. And so Seppo have done great job kind of fine-tuning the course to a bit harder. It's been last couple years it's been fairly easy, so and you have had to play like 13-14 down rounds, so now like 6, 7, 8, 9 down gets the job done.
Last 2 seasons, this course, or should we say one of kind of these Luolavuori courses, has been played on European Pro Tour, but now this year the Stag, as Seppo calls this course, this layout, is ready to challenge our feature card players. Talking of which, should we go and see the second feature card tee off?
Yeah, let's go see the action.
We hope you enjoy your time with us live on Disc Golf Network. Let's enjoy the tee shots.
At 4:45 p.m. and the first feature card of the opening round of Turku Open is now ready to let go. First up on the tee from Kuopio, Finland,
Sami.
Sponsored by Discmania and Merrell, Niklas Anttila.
Sorry, my friend.
Next on the tee from Kauniainen, Finland, sponsored by Prodigy Discs and Lapin Messut, Christian Kuoksa. Next on the team, the man who's ever been waiting for to be released.
Yes.
From Pensacola, Florida, United States. Sponsored by Infinite Disc and Whale Sack. Let's give a warm welcome to Eric Oakley. And rounding up this feature card from Esbjerg, Denmark, sponsored by Discmania and Disc Import, Hjalte Jensen.
Thank you.
It's not too many times when we see a competition from Finland and Niklas Anttila is on the second feature card.
Exactly, but 4 great drives, they all laid up, and now they're looking attacked green over the OB.
We are seeing current conditions by Canna, the solution for growth and bloom. Temperature in the midst, yeah, about 17 degrees Celsius. Humidity 51%. Wind speed about 16, 17 kilometers per hour, and it's always really windy in Luolavuori. This is the highest place on the southern western Finnish border, almost in the city center of Turku.
Yeah, wind will play a big factor over this weekend, and I have discussed with a couple players here, and they said if it's not that windy, course is gettable, but if the wind picks up, it has some serious teeth, and
No, Eric.
plays a lot harder. But that was
not a good shot from Oakley, but he was hesitant to get to throw this first hole. He almost came from Kuopio, Finland.
Yeah, but that was surprising to see. Eric is known for have a solid sidearm shot, and he yanked that completely over and straight to the ground and stayed out of bounds. Niklas is taking backhand over the OB, and this is quite dangerous shot because your disc travels 95% of the flight over the out of bounds, and then in the very end.
This is looking great.
Nice shot.
Yep.
Circle's edge on the left side. That the circle where Niklas is in is mostly FPO circle, but they are aiming to the basket on this small hill.
In that corner, somewhere in that.
You don't want to be putting to the cage on this one.
No.
And if you lay this approach shot to the safer side, to the left side, you're going to be putting towards the out of bounds. So Kuoksa is using great power with his sidearm. And there's the backline out of bounds, but he's in. That's a great shot. Avoids the skips.
Yeah, that landed right under the basket and sticked with very well. Let's see what Hjalte does. Looks like a backhand. Heiser with some sort of driver.
If I'm seeing correctly, this is something very stable. And knowing his power, he can throw those discs.
Yeah, looks like a spike Heiser coming in.
That's how you do it. In the bullseye for Jensen. That's how you want to start.
Yeah, textbook start for Hjalte. I like this opening hole. It has OB everywhere, so You need to be precise where to land the disc, but at the same time, it's very gettable, but the big number is in play as well. So it's a good hole for some score separation, start the round.
Oakley really enjoys playing the sidearm shots, and he's really capable of those, as we can see from here. Unfortunate second throw, but that was textbook.
Yeah, that was more like Eric is known for on his sidearm. I don't know, maybe some early nerves on the second shot, and where he yanked the shot over and landed OB, but take a bogey and move on to the next one.
Oakley really likes to live through those feelings, and you can usually hear him hype the group up, and it's really enjoyable to watch his play. It's great to have him on this second feature card today. Anttila checking the wind as throughoutly as possible. He makes it happen. Great putt, sweet spot in the basket. No biggie.
That's how you want to start the round. 2 good drives, and then it's just great to when you have on the first hole that kind of like 8.5 meter putt that you have to really make. That gets to get you some good momentum.
How about Kuoksa? Kuoksa makes it happen. Great putt. Oakley has to settle for a bogey. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
The 2024 Prodigy Signature Series are here. The Signature Series explores the evolution of flight. Get yours March 22nd on ProdigyDisc.com and at your...
From top competition to the new players. From supporting women to funding new courses. PDGA Europe is much more than competition. Visit pdga.com/join and grow the sport.
Introducing Fractal Line Discs from Prodigy. Fractal is the new visual treatment joining spectrum, glimmer, and glow as an additional aesthetic variation. Fractal line discs utilize a new proprietary processing technique, splashing colors in a complex motif that can trick the eye into seeing patterns while each element remains distinctive and abstract. It's calming, chaotic, and completely one of a kind. Learn more at ProdigyDisc.com.
Think you're the best glitch thrower in the world? Enter a Glitch World Championship qualifier in your area, and you can qualify to play against the best one-speed throwers in the world at the Glitch World Championships this fall at Maple Hill. The Players Pack includes 2 exclusive discs, a Plasma Soft Glitch and a Plasma Soft Pitch. You'll also be able to purchase, for the first time ever, Streamline's Parachute, the first hybrid catch disc from Streamline. Sign up for a Glitch World Championship qualifier today.
My relationship with Suga, it's just like a family. Sometimes they just surprise send me things I'm not even know. When I arrive home, boom, the box.
Such a great product, and Zuka's always there for me whenever I need anything.
After every tournament, I get a call. No matter the results, they're always there supporting me.
They have so many different things that can be a solution for a disc golfer.
That was really one of the main reasons why we partnered, is because I wanted the best of the best.
How do they know I want that? I'm like, duh, that's how the family thinking about you.
Welcome back to Turku Open. The second feature card on MPO has started their round. They're on hole 2. Niklas Anttila, first on the tee. This is looking perfect. It almost is. Couple of meters further and he has a straight look at the tunnel. Now this might be a bit of a hyzer flip for him. Christian Kuoksa has some huge power. And that's a bit too much. Now he has a flex backhand around the bush to the tunnel, which is kind of straight, so that's not the optimal position. But he really wants to skip through those gates, through the birch gate. How about the Dane, Hjalte Jensen? He too has the power. That is a stable disc. Now he wants to skip. And that's the best possible spot you can be on. That's really great. Rounding out the card, Eric Oakley. There's OB on the left side, but he gets it to turn. And he's safe. Clay Edwards doing great things on the course. Currently 5 down without any bogeys. And if you can stay bogey-free in Turku, in this Luolavuori, the stag layout, you're pretty big of a player, should I say.
Yeah, definitely. And this course has some teeth, and bogeys are pretty norm. I think pretty much every player will probably take 1 or 2 at least.
First
so
up on the team,
staying bogey-free is very rare.
Sponsored by Kastaplast and Power Grip.
Let's go see the first
Turku
feature
Open
card tee off.
Jesse Nieminen. Next on the team, from Turku, sponsored by Prodigy Discs and Power Grip, Väinö Mäkelä. Next on the tee, all the way from Rohnert Park, California, sponsored by Infinite Discs and Thought Space Athletics, James Proctor. And the last player in our feature card today, from Pärnu, Estonia, sponsored by Latitude 64, Silver Lat.
Four great shots from the tee number one for our feature card number one.
Yeah. Like, if I had like a big ass sign, like OP starting here, I would never go long.
It would be fun if they like painted the grass red.
Yeah, or something like that, or whatever, but there's just a couple of things.
I haven't seen anyone go for it.
No, no one's gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Changing thoughts there about why would anybody go for the second island on hole number one, as we see Eric Oakley card the birdie on hole number two. He had magnificent second shot, for he was the first one to continue with the approach.
Yeah, it has been something special, and good bounce back after the bogey on a hole one.
It's me or you? All right.
So Väinö checking the distance. From where he's at, I believe it's about 105 meters. Does it settle? Yep, circle's edge. That's not the best putt to have on this hole number one. You're looking at the OB.
Yeah, but safely in bounds, so avoid the big number.
This green plays best for the lefties or the righty sidearm throwers, for they can take it a bit wider and try to skip inside the circle.
Yeah, and exactly, and also you kind of fly over the inbounds, not all the way out of bounds.
Oh, and that's too right.
But if you
that's
do
out
that,
of bounds.
That never touched inbounds there.
Yeah. That's exactly the mistake you can't make. Really surprised to see that kind of a mistake from Lat.
Yeah, especially with the sidearm, I think you should take the right miss out of play and kind of aim way left.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna miss, you're gonna yank to the left, kind of like play too wide, and kind of work always towards the basket, not like give yourself a chance to early release it. But
and that's coming from a lefty, folks.
yeah, but it's easier, obviously, said than done. And Silver definitely didn't want to throw that straight of a line, but it just came out of the hand.
Let's see what Nieminen can do.
This is This is more like if you're gonna miss, you just. Or did that
That's
actually
near,
went
yeah, that's
too
near
far?
out of bounds. That turned a bit too much for Jesse.
Yeah.
That might just be out of bounds.
Yeah, a bit of a shaky start for the last feature card. Previous card played this hole fairly well with 3 birdies and one bogey, but this group has some serious trouble.
And that's 2 right again.
Yep.
Not a chance.
And now the big number is in play.
And Silver can't believe himself.
Same spot, I guess. Provisional again.
Yeah. If you want to go with the provisional again.
Yeah.
Just aim wider, dude.
Like that. And settle. That's better. Yep. In the circle.
It was a weird miss from Silver, especially he's obviously sidearm dominant player, and that should have been pretty routine shot, but
that was his 6th already.
Yeah.
Putting for 7.
Yeah, starting with triple bogey is not very ideal.
Niklas Anttila, sidearm from tee number 3, catches a 3. They had a funny challenge here, actually proposed by James Proctor. You should go on your knees to the front side of the tee pad and throw a flex backhand around the tree from the right. There is no mandatory, so let's see if Proctor will give us that. Jensen gets through everything, 6 meters for the birdie. Can you recall a situation where on this level someone would have played a tee shot from the knee?
Not really. I think they're not gonna give Silver. Yeah, so Silver is playing for a triple bogey.
Proctor. Just a bit low. He's gonna card a par. Yeah, but that's 15 meters towards the out of bounds, which is about, what, 4 meters behind the basket, 5 meters? Nieminen has nothing. And he was actually in bounds there, so lucky him. But he's laying up for the par. How about Mäkelä? Could we see 1 birdie from this group? A bit left.
That was like a soft run.
Yep, a bit too soft. Now it's gonna be Silver. For the triple bogey. Gets it done. And come the final Sunday, it is suspected that we could have some rainy days upon ahead. So you really should get as many strokes from your opponents on these first 2 days as possible. For if Sunday is a rainy day, you should only be battling yourself to keep hold of those scores. Couple of pars and 1 triple for the first feature card. a result that I'm quite surprised of.
Yeah, especially hole one is it's a good scoring hole, but obviously some early nerves, and it's a bit windy, so par is not the end of the world. This is Hjalte starting with 3 birdies in a row.
Great job from him. Pretty solid doing 3 down first 3 holes. Let's hope he can keep that up. Anttila will be checking a par just about 4 meters away. Yep. Oh, what? And yes, Nieminen, tee number 2.
Get my shot. Yep.
And that's the perfect position. Jesse has been really upping his backhand game.
Yeah, obviously he's known for his sidearm for years, and now getting better on backhand as well. And I think that's very crucial if he wants to compete on the highest level in US soil as well, like he has done this year.
Proctor. He's going high and aggressive, but that's out of bounds. That's a mistake you can't make, for now when you come back inbounds, you still don't have a clear line to the basket. Or yeah, you have the one alley on the left, but that's really tight. Lads doing okay. He can take an understable disc with the sidearm to turn towards the basket at the end of the tunnel.
I don't know.
I'll just ease up on it a bit. Never do that.
No, yeah, learn my lesson there.
Yeah. Well, I think that's, you can't really like
Hyvä paikka.
finesse this
Voi olla vielä vähän birdie-mestari.
uphill. It looks like a short shot.
Haluaisin tuohon lyhyesti.
It seems to me that the wind is calming a bit from the earlier morning, but it's gusty for sure for this whole round, and wait until we get to the hole number 6. That's the highest place on the mountain or on the hill we are on. And here is the leaderboard at this moment. Jakub Semerad, Eli Swanson and Matias Kanjainen, a local guy, sharing the lead, 7 down. That's a solid score.
Yeah, definitely. I think end of the day, -7 will put you at least in top 8, I would say so. And at the moment, it looked like that if somebody can get to double digits over this weekend, it might be the hot round of the tournament.
Mäkelä a bit tight. He's aiming at the par.
They're all 3 very pinched on the left side, and then Jesse was in a perfect position, but they don't really have anything from here. Let's see if Silver tries to do something crazy. He lined it up like a flex sidearm, or
maybe a force over.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, that was a forced sidearm throw from Silver, but gets a cut roll.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think it's straight off.
Not the best position for a sidearm thrower. For it was like at least 100 meters from there.
Proctor actually have a little bit of a window.
That's the second gap we were talking about just moments ago, but this needs power. This needs a skip. That's far away. Still not in circle 2. It's gonna be a hard par save for him.
It looks like Rauli Savela finally took the back.
Yeah, from Proctor.
Yeah.
Finns at least recognize Rauli.
Yeah, he walked 1.5 hole as a caddy without carrying the bag, but now he stepped it up and say like, okay, let's do this.
Look at this spot from Jesse Nieminen. He was in perfect position, but just a bit to left, and now that's even a tough spot to save the par.
Yeah, he definitely would have wanted to throw a sidearm, but the tree on the right was just on the line, so he needed to go like a little backhand flex shot and early released it a bit. Kind of slow start for the group.
Yeah, truly. Mäkelä. Perfect. He's going to take the par. And this is one of the most difficult holes on the course. One of 5 permanent holes from the permanent layout taken along to this stag course. Lat is third. Almost going a bit long, but stopped by the trees. This is now Proctor's fourth. It's a bit long, about 7 meters left for the bogey. Not the start you want to have, considering that Hjalte Jensen is currently on hole 4 and putting for birdie. Trying to go 4 down through first 4 holes. Here is Jesse Nieminen. He found a gap. Almost in the bullseye for the par. Plenty of golf to be played, but you have to keep your head cool. You have to have the skill of forgetting. Nieminen for the par. Bit work left. Yep, in the heart. And Jensen is long with 2 shots. He gets it in. 4 down through first 4 holes. And That's a long one. That's 228 meters uphill.
Yeah, I think a hole number 4 will play one of the toughest holes on the course, and I think many of the players will actually lay up that hole, so kind of impressive start.
Here's Anttila for bogey. He had an out-of-bounds stroke on that hole.
And Jakub is now 8 under through 17 holes, and 18 is also a good birdie hole. So let's see if he can sneak into the 9 under and the clubhouse leader. Hjalte is looking to take a hyzer route on hole 5, and
inside the circle, almost at least for Jensen. Nieminen. This is a hole made for Jesse Nieminen.
Yeah, that should be bullseye.
And that's it. Great control. Someone might think that why do we have a fallen tree in the middle of the throwing line, but that's actually more of a mental obstacle than a physical. You need to focus, keep your head on the line that you want to execute. Mäkelä taking this a bit wider. That's not stable enough. Hits a tree. Looking at the par. Silver lat. That's a bit low. Does it skip? Does on the circle's edge. Yeah, this hole is a brand new one for the course, and it's not in the permanent layout. And this was first played in the Winter Open. That was a separate competition that Seppo held here this past winter. As we see Proctor take the backhand. Ooh, and gets a nasty skip, but stays in bounds.
Wow, I think he hit some sort of rock there.
And there you can see the tee is raised on this specific hole, and on the Winter Open they played it on the ground. And when the time came to put the brand new tee box on this hole, they lifted it up, and afterwards they saw that, oh, this tree is now more on play than we actually planned. But they tested it out, and it played pretty well.
Yeah, I think it's just more like a visual there, and especially most players playing a sidearm. So, but it's like a fun, unique hole. You don't see that kind of holes too often. And there is the current leader, Jakub Semerad, walking down the 18. Let's see if he have landed in bounds, and then he would putt for a birdie and to get 9 under.
Mäkelä for the birdie on hole number 3. High, but just a bit too much left. And these players need to wake up if they wish to chase Jakub's 8 or 9 down. And Proctor shows us why he's one of the best putters in the world. Circle 2 make, and here is Niklas Anttila from Circle 2's edge, hole number 5. There's out of bounds long on this basket number 3, and on the right side it comes to play fairly quickly. Flat. Solid. Mäkelä takes the par, and Jessenieminen from the bullseye. Great birdie. Moving on to hole number 4, which is the permanent hole number 8. This putt from James Proctor, about 12 meters, speed uphill, in the heart for James Proctor. Maybe it was just the back he had to give off. He's feeling more light. Jakub actually did take the birdie on hole number 18. We are told that it was about circle's edge, I believe. But yeah, he's leading the tournament with 2 strokes over Eli Swanson and Matias Kanniainen at the moment. Yeah, circle's edge putt for Semerad, and he also has a birdie on hole number 7 from 28 meters.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that the 9 down will put him on a lead card for going Saturday tomorrow.
And that's out of bounds for Jessenieminen on hole number 4. This feature card now has pretty slow start.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get anything really going.
Doctor, this is high. Does it stay in the middle? Yeah, it does. That's solid. How about Mäkelä? I believe he's aiming more towards the right side of the fairway. It's flipping a bit. That's big. Yep. Great job from Mäkelä. Silver, no surprises, going with the sidearm.
But this is a very touchy shot uphill. If you put a little bit too much angle, it's going to cut roll immediately to the right. So, like this. Oh, but the
stays in the middle.
Yeah.
He still has about 150 meters to the basket, uphill.
Yeah, you need a great drive off the tee to kind of like to have any chance to attack to the green. So these drives that we just saw, I expect that they mostly gonna play somewhere to 30 meters short to the basket and just try to get their pars.
Let's hear from Jakub Semerad, your leader. He's in the clubhouse. Let's go see what he has to say.
Jakub Semmerat, you have the hot round with an impressive -9. How you feel about your performance?
I feel really good. I before the round I was thinking if I can shoot like 5 or 6 down, it's gonna be a really good round, and 9 down is obviously much better, and I'm really happy.
Yeah, you have just come from a important victory.
Yeah.
Do victory boost up your confidence? Maybe you're a candidate for final victory here on a Disc Golf Pro Tour Elite event.
I think so. I feel really confident. My putting is really good. My throwing is really good. So yeah, it definitely helped.
Okay, that sounds excellent. See you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jakub, from those insights. He should be happy for his round.
Yeah, like he said, he thought about that 5 or 6 down would be good opening round, and shooting 9 down with a 1 bogey. He should be very, very happy and proud on today's work, and then just try to replicate that tomorrow on the lead card.
And we are back on hole 4. If you end up on the left side of the fairway, you kind of have an uphill run-up.
Yeah, this is very dangerous shot. If he tries to reach the green, he have to throw something that flips over, kind of rides over the OB. And
look at this shot from James Proctor.
Wow.
What? He's even surprised himself. That was the perfect line.
That's one of the better shots that I have seen for a while. That needs perfect angle control, big hyzer flip, full flight. That was probably 130 meters, slightly
At
uphill.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, if we think about the circumstances, left OB, right OB, behind OB, so just a bit too much under hyzer angle, and you are left OB. If you turn it over, you're right OB, so.
Mäkelä.
Trying to match, but just too low. Leaves like 30 meters short.
Let's see, Niklas Anttila on tee number 6.
Wow. Right under the basket. Bullseye boy.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
We are truly happy that those rain clouds that were supposed to come upon us today, they seem to have missed the Luolavuori as a whole. These players are enjoying the sunshine. We see Jesse, his speed, he's third. Looking at the par, but he's not under the basket though.
Well, that was unfortunate. Väinö completely yanked it. His approach shot. And he's probably circles edge.
Silver, it touches shot, maybe a bit of a run?
I don't know what he thought about, but I would say pretty unnecessarily run.
Hjalte Jensen on hole number 6. Jensen is on a great run. Took the 4 birdies on first 4 holes. And here he is putting for birdie on hole number 6. "22 feet, about 7 meters left. Facing a headwind though. He gets it done. Great stroke from Jensen. It seems to me that he's been taking some power off of his putting.
Yeah, and what a start. 5 under through 6 holes.
Look at this leaderboard. He's there already.
Yeah. Just need to keep the pedal on the metal and keep stacking those birdies.
Here he is going high, and this is the first time we're going to see this. He goes over the right side, and that might be on the fairway. I wish you could see Teemu Nissinen's face right now in the studio.
Yeah.
He's wondering what just happened.
Yeah, I'm thinking, is there some sort of line?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
A couple of years back, we have seen those, for example, Rasmus Saukoriipi go over there. There is no mandatory.
But they have added the OB there this year.
The OB is more strict this year,
yeah.
And the risk is greater if you go over the trees. But if you have a big distance in calm winds, that's one of the more safer plays actually with the really, really big distance. But Niklas Anttila is showing his roller skills. That's a bit on the right, but I believe he has a straight line at the basket.
Yeah, that was picture perfect. But that's a slightly sketchy play. We saw the roller, the grass is not perfectly flat. There's some bumps on the fairway, but well executed from Niklas.
Christian Kuoksa, huge sidearm throw, and he might be able to stretch that out and look at the basket with an upshot of about 70 to 80 meters.
Christian's sidearm is super effortless. It looks like he barely does anything.
Yeah.
It just like
yep.
goes.
Just a whistle and a flick.
Yeah.
He's one of the furthest drivers of the disc in Finland. Along there with Rasmus Saukoriipi and Joona Heinänen. Thank you once again, Flight Factory, for giving us these beautiful drone shots. And remember to get 10% off all Innova through the Sunday here in Turku Open with the code BSF24. James Proctor on tee number 5. Great shot, circle's edge. On this very hole you have 3 lines from which to choose from. You can go like Jesse, I believe, does with the sidearm through the left most narrowest gap. Then you have the mid gap for the flex play, and on the right side you have a sweeping hyzer play with the skip. Jesse is going through the narrowest gap, and this looks so good. Does it skip? And it's almost under the basket. What a shot from Jesse Nieminen, your Copenhagen Open 2024 champion. Väinö Mäkelä. What is he gonna do? He's not gonna go for the left gap. He's aiming at the hyzer gap, if my understanding is correct. Yeah, but this might be too high. Just low enough. He's even closer than Jesse. 2 perfect drives.
Yeah, bullseye is very hard to reach on this hole, and That's perfectly executed, and don't go OB long. Dude, that's
really close.
That's unfortunate. Like it's so low ceiling, so it's hard to get all the way to the basket, and then he goes long at the basket. So
let's roll back that Zuka replay for Mr. Väinö Mäkelä. This looked a bit high, but that's just low enough. Great shot from Väinö in the bullseye.
Se on kyllä, se on uskomaton, miten niinku puhtaasti ja kovaa se oikeesti lähtee se.
Jensen, such a great position. Actually,
go.
Almost throws it in for the eagle, but now he's about 13 meters away for the birdie. And the wind actually caught his disc, for he came so much to the left side from those. When he went over the trees, I still can't imagine the amount of power you need to that shot. I don't see that he was running that shot for the eagle, but he has some putting to do. Proctor for the birdie. Great putt from James Proctor, 2 under for the round.
And what a card. Unfortunately, looks like silver went out of bounds, but other than that, 4 great drives. Silver was just a bit unfortunate that he took a big skip. This grass doesn't give you big skips, but Silver's Saturn was so low and so powerful that it kind of hit one of those dirt spots and got the big skip.
That is true.
Good save.
The wind is gusting along through these fairways. Mäkelä takes the birdie, as will do Jesse Nieminen, most likely from this distance. Yeah, that's in. Now Jensen for the birdie. 12 to 13 meters. What a guy. What a make. He's on... I need a break. Let's go for a short break. We'll be right back.
You Play Disc Golf is your passport to teaching and learning the game. Our mission? To teach disc golf and make it accessible to everyone worldwide. From Alaska to Africa, Guatemala to Canada, and beyond, You Play Disc Golf has spread its wings teaching the love of the game across the globe. Get involved in our movement to make disc golf a universal joy. Explore youplaydiscgolf.org and join us in helping people find flight.
Welcome to Luolavuori. We are gonna fly over the hole number 6, as we are seeing that Hjalte Jensen is 6 down through first 7 holes.
Yeah, when you're just on, it's easy to press. Everything kind of works how you want, and yeah, it's been impressive start of the round. And even though he previous hole kind of approached it a bit too long, obviously he then stepped up and made the putt. Let's see if he can keep the momentum going.
Yes, and Nieminen with the sidearm on hole number 6. It's a bit of a skip. He gets a roll, but that's about 9 meters. Looking at the basket for the birdie.
It looks like the wind is super calm at the moment.
Yeah, compared to the last few days and even this morning.
Yeah, this is the windiest place, and obviously it's top of the hill. So now without the wind, this should play relatively easy for the players.
Mäkelä a bit under the tree, outside circle 1. Usually the wind blows from the right side to the left, and now Mäkelä is facing 15-meter putt uphill headwind with the OB behind the basket.
Yeah, I would say the sidearm is actually better option on this hole because it plays against the wind and more against the slope of the green, but that was yanked to the left and
It's the bush.
Probably stayed in bounds.
Let's see, James Proctor just a moment ago.
This hole, if you throw a backhand, you really need to trust your disc and rip it very wide. And that's good. It looks like inside the circle.
Good line, but just a bit short, but he's looking at a better putt than Väinö and Silver for sure. Maybe even better than Jesse, because Proctor is on the ridge on which the pin is located. Niklas Anttila. The tee of 8, which is the permanent hole number 5.
Just like that.
Yep.
C'est pas une question, il a dit ça. Et il a attendu qu'Yacoub réponde. Yacoub a répondu, j'espère.
Näkyykö meikäläisellä vaikka? En nyt muista. Kyllä se niinku jäi väylälle. Luolataan kuu edu. Okei. Joo.
Proctor is just outside the circle, looks like. And then Jesse is about 9 meters. Silver is outside the circle too.
This has to be a layup for the par. That's in the bullseye. He's going to pick up a 3. Then Väinö, I suppose. That's not a great spot to be. Let's see how much he gives this a bit.
I would say the headwind actually helps him.
Yep.
Especially coming from the knee, so it doesn't drop your disc.
The height was correct, just a bit right.
Yeah, it fits you.
How about it, James Proctor?
Can he keep the hot putter ongoing?
Proctor's third Circle 2 make.
And the putter gets hotter.
Yep. That's such a delight to see. James doesn't have such a strong foot on the gas pedal than last year.
No, but now I think he have had a kind of rough start of the season, but I think this Europe trip can be very good for him. Kind of come here, play well, kind of restart, get some momentum going, and yes, pick up a good birdie there. Moves to 3 under the round, looking fairly solid.
Hjalte Jensen on number 8. Oh, and that's right. Hits the first tree on the gate.
Now looks like Hjalte have taken a par, have saved a par. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
After that tee shot.
And Mikael Häme rising to the battle. Through 15 holes, he has one bogey, just like Semerad, but Häme took the bogey on hole number 6, and Semerad on hole number 12.
Yeah, Mikael has a very good chance to join Jakub. And I believe they were the two players that were in playoff last week, and Mikael unfortunately lost the playoff to Jakub a week ago in Disco Pro Tour Silver Series event at Heinola. Oakley has also bounced back fairly well.
That is true.
Took in a bogey on a hole number 1, and now is in 3 under for the round. Carding a turkey, 3 birdies in a row in the last 3 holes.
This is looking beautiful for Anttila in the sweet spot.
That usually a good sign if you land next to the catch cam.
And that is actually about 125 from the tee uphill total control shot.
Yeah, one of the more narrow and harder drives, low ceiling, uphill, kind of like a flex shot, so felt super easy and for the tight gap.
And Nieminen.
This needs to flex, and it does.
What a shot from Jesse Nieminen. Almost perfect position, using all of the fairway. And is Väinö going roller here?
The disc look like...
He likes rollers.
Yeah, something understable, but...
Yep.
That needs to turn.
It's a nice angle. Is it too understable?
No, it's perfect.
Nope, it's perfect. It's totally perfect. Väinö Mäkelä showing us how it's done. What a great shot. Silverlat finding some troubles. Unfortunate triple bogey on hole number 1 that is keeping him always 3 strokes back of his cardmates. This needs to turn, but it doesn't. Hits a tree, and for me that seems like a par. That's really tough birdie to save, at least for Silver, who's sidearm dominant, and there are very few gaps. Here's James Proctor with his roller just a moment ago, even going long. Does it come back? It comes back in bounds. That's not the best place to be, though. He might have some branches on his way, but what a huge roller. Let's check out that big drive from Hjalte Jensen on hole number 9, powered by Nakua Lifestyle Power. He goes roller.
Okay.
And through everything.
Okay.
And almost in the circle to his edge. What a shot. Thanks Nakua for powering that shot. Hjalte Jensen is in total fire. Wow. Such a great thing to see from the young Dane. Oakley on the fairway of 9. The basket is tucked between 3 big trees. You really want to get up close. Oakley is staring at the basket just outside circle 1, and now we're gonna see what Silver Lad is thinking about. Oh. He's thinking about up and over. And he's out of bounds, is he?
He hit that tree, but I don't know where it landed.
Left to be seen. 1 triple bogey and 5 pars for Silver Lad at this moment.
Yeah, he really needs to dig deep now and get something together. If Silver can get it somewhere 3 down this round, I would say it's a kind of victory.
Nieminen, this needs touch, which Jesse has, and that's almost in the bullseye. I just keep on admiring those sidearm skills Jesse has. Hjalte Jensen is jump putting the second shot on hole number 9, and he's almost in the bullseye. Such a delight, man. He's had some big struggles on his shoulders, but now he's in the game for sure. Mäkelä, this needs to settle. It does. About 8 meters left. Oakley for the birdie outside the circle. Gets it in, takes the full circle in the cage.
Yeah, and that's his 4th birdie in a row.
Such a great thing to see. Proctor, casual toss up in the air and in the circle for the birdie. Folks, this is not a simple hole. They made it look pretty simple. The permanent layout here in Luolavuori is based in 2018, so just 6 years old property. This is a public park and outdoor sports area with a mountain bike course and this 18-hole layout, which on this summer is extended to have 4 permanent layouts with 18 holes that have 2 baskets and 2 tees on each and every one. Väinö Mäkelä for the birdie. A bit uphill and crosswind left to right.
That was kind of the first tester putt of the round. He have had mostly just tap-ins before that, or two long putts, and unfortunately he missed that low and takes the par. Silver is taking also a par, and Proctor and Jesse looking to get a couple birdies.
Two great birdies for the card. We're moving on to hole number 8. We're going to hole number 5. Mäkelä is frustrated for a reason. But here is the card for Hjalte Jensen. That's how you want to open the first 9 of the tournament.
Oh boy, oh boy.
That's so great. Green in regulation, 89%. Circle 1X, 83%.
Yeah, he have even missed one putt inside the circle.
That's unbelievable. And now he's aiming high on hole number 10. And this is, if it's calm, this is actually a solid play from Jensen. 150 meters downhill par 3 with OB right and left, but on the left side it's a bit more forgiving.
So he goes over the OB pretty much all the way.
Yep, and spiking down.
Yep.
Circles edge and just barely stays in bounds.
He kind of looking to crash the trees and get it under the basket that way. Okay.
And I believe that was the wind that took the disc again from him. It's really hard to aim right enough. Kuoksa showing us the straight route. This is looking great. Does it hyzer though?
No. And
oh my.
It goes too far out of bounds.
That was too straight for Christian Kuoksa, though he's putting for par, circle 1's edge. Still savable. Now, Nieminen. This is one of the holes made for Jesse Nieminen, and this is why. Like
Oops.
that.
It just, I mean, yeah, this has to be, if not the easiest hole on the course, but top 3 easiest, and this feels like I must get birdie.
Before this very moment, playing as the easiest hole on the course.
I was surprised on Väinö's reaction. He hated that shot, and it's in 5 meters, so I don't know. And Silver can't get a grip of the disc. Seems like it just early releasing.
Yeah,
pretty much
problems.
early releasing all the shots. And here's the James Proctor. He went the first. Well, that was yanked to the left.
Yeah. Now it's just about saving the par from here. Just a cheap sidearm, but he crashes the bush, and now he's about 9 meters away of the only raised basket on the field. Here we can see Jesse Nieminen driving from tee number 8 once again. Best shot we've seen on the day. Jesse Nieminen has a background on throwing the javelin.
Yeah, that's a very Finnish thing to do.
I mean, somehow you must hunt your food here in these woods.
Yeah.
You can opt for the backhand on the tee, but the line is really specific here. And if you go long on the basket, the putting gets really bad. Those low hanging branches are almost always on your way. So that's why usually players capable of doing that will choose the sidearm. But James Proctor keeps the putter hot, saves the par. Mäkelä gets the birdie. Great job. Silverlat next on the line. As these feature card players are soon facing the last hole of their front nine, we're going to see Eric Oakley from hole 10. This is for par. Just a bit right side. Oakley had a great thing going on, but now he's back 3 under after this hole. Beautiful scenery from the city of Turku, the first unofficial capital of Finland about 200 years ago, after which Helsinki took over. And here is the leaderboard. Jakub Semerad still hanging on. Mikael Häme closing down, now -8 for the round, and he still has 2 holes to go. And we are now flying over the next hole on number 9. This is one of the easier par 4s, but the tee shot is really, really specific.
Yeah, it's a very narrow tee shot. Plays the second easiest. Kind of short par 4, but it's all up to the tee shot. You need to avoid these big first trees / bushes. But if you just clear the gap, you have like a jump putt. And Väinö is lining a roller, which is a great play. Just aim on the left side and let the disc do the work. Just like this.
Can it turn? It sure can. This is such a great shot. Oh, it's going straight. Stop for him.
Wow. Almost went actually OB left.
Yeah, but he can now take the sidearm route over the road towards the basket, so luckily stayed in bounds. Proctor, he also has that roller disc on his hand. Is this flip here? Ooh, it gets a bounce, but that left side is fine. There's a free alley towards the basket.
Yeah, and they're looking maximum like 50 meters to the basket, so.
And this is how you do it. What a shot from Silverlat. That's about 150 power from the tee.
Yeah.
Uphill the whole way, 125 to 130 meters. Just pure beauty. Let's see Hjalte Jensen. Can he take the birdie? Oh, and misses the basket a bit from the right side. Oh, and doesn't get the par, so the first error for Jensen comes on hole number 10. He's carding a bogey with 3 putts.
Yeah, that it was a bit surprising that he actually went the first putt with the step putt and like really tried to hammer it to the basket, and he had like a 8-meter comebacker. So,
and now is the moment when everything counts. Can Hjalte Jensen forget that moment?
yeah, it's easy to get frustrated, even though great start, and then you just taking a 3-putt bogey, and I think now the next few shots are the key. Can he turn that to something positive?
And just get it at the trees.
The great Randy Savela giving Proctor some tips. Rauli also known for the Finns for his many rounds of commentary, post-production coverage from Finnish tournaments. That's a bit right. Oh, sorry, a bit left. Yeah, that's fine. Looking at the basket. Nieminen, great position. Too much of a stock shot for Nieminen. He can't decide the disc there. But I believe that's a harp.
That's too low.
Yeah, that is, and that's too short. And Nieminen has a tester ahead.
I'm just happy that I had a shot.
Yeah, that's a circle 2. That was a poor up shot from Jesse. That's usually his bread and butter basics approach shot. So
Niklas Anttila, master of these wooded shots.
yeah, I would say if Jesse has a bread and butter sidearm approaches, a driver low ceiling around 100 meters. These small gaps is bread and butter for Niklas Anttila, and there he showed how it's needed to be done. Now it's crucial shot for Jensen.
This is 120 meters low ceiling piercing shot through the woods. This is looking just perfect. That's totally fine, but that's 130 in the woods. With a big skip though. Great shot from Jensen, great recovery.
Yeah, very crucial to get a good tee shot after the bogey in the previous hole. If he would have, threw a bad tee shot, then the snowball could have easily start, but now he has a chance to take another birdie and kind of forget the bogey.
Nieminen, after the unfortunate short upshot, he can't cart the birdie. Looking at the par. We've also seen time and time again that if Jensen gets those nerves going, he also takes a pretty long time behind the disc before putting or taking a next shot. So that's a risk he's taking. Proctor takes the birdie. Great job. Mäkelä. A little break for the gust. He has plenty of time left. Takes the birdie. And Jensen truly has taken some action. He's actually been shortening his routines. For example, the great example from tee number 1. Let's see, Nieminen for the par. Yep. Great save from Jesse. Sitting 5 down. It was kind of a slow start for Jesse, but he doesn't have any bogeys.
Yeah, and
5 birdies and 4 pars. But here is the card for Mikael Häme. He's still on the field, aiming towards hole number 18.
A great chance to join the Jakub for the 9-under club.
Häme has 2 out-of-bounds strikes on his card, 1 from hole number 3. So he took the sidearm, I believe, and then he putted from circle's edge for the par. And then on hole 6, another OB stroke and wasn't able to scramble all the way to the basket. So took the 4 on that par 3. And we are now flying over hole number 10. This is a beautiful hole.
Yeah, like 110-ish meters all the way downhill. It's a pretty narrow gap, and all the rough is OB. So as we can see there, white stakes on the both sides. So crucial for angle control.
Mäkelä almost inside the bullseye. The green on this hole has for years and years been really tall and heavy grass and hay. And now that they've shaved it off, it really stops the disc. If you go back and see Henna Blomroos earlier this morning on this very hole, she just stopped on the green, but this is an error from Proctor. There is not out of bounds on those woods, but that's so thick that you can't even see the basket. I've been there multiple times. This practically my home course, but I had the chance to play this layout for once on Monday this week, and it was pretty windy and it was super tough. And Silverlat is going over the left side, and this is a rare scene. It's coming, a solid shot, circle 1. And if you are just joining us, you are watching Turku Open 2024, sponsored by Prodigy Disc. And we are on hole 10 with our first feature card. And yes, Nieminen totally slips the disc out of his hand. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Here is Hjalte Jensen. Oh, this is heading towards out of bounds. It might have just stayed in, or is that out? If it's in, it's on the line. Väinö Mäkelä sure has some pressure. He hasn't had the start for the season he hoped for in the States.
No, he actually started fairly well. Was on chess.com like 13th or something, and then he won the smaller B tier. But lately, last 6-7 events he have not played on his standards, and hopefully this European kind of tour during the summer helps to get momentum back.
Nieminen now on the edge of the circle. really tough upshot from those woods.
Yeah. But for Väinö, all the big tournaments are still incoming. There is 3 majors and also the Finnish nationals and these kind of tournaments. And there the Mikael Häme joining -9. Same as Jakub Semeraden.
What a great round from Häme.
Yeah. I believe Hjalte was in bounds and now putting for birdie.
About 10 meters left.
Interesting to see how much power he will put on this putt after the last hole.
Hits the band. It's center, but just a bit high. For what I can tell, it was a good correction. He hit the basket dead center.
Yeah.
Lat for the birdie. Oh, just a bit left for Lat. That was a great spot to grab one stroke back from the course. Now Väinö Mäkelä for birdie. Great birdie. 4 under now through 10 holes. That's solid.
Yeah, bit of a slow start in the first, but now I believe that's 3 birdies in a row for Väinö.
Mm-hmm. That is true. How about Jesse Nieminen for the par? Great putt from Jesse. Still a clean scorecard. That's what you want. And here we can see the flyover from the hole 18. The hay bales remind us from a hole from the Beast in Nokia that we will see in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, classic way to mark an island hole with the hay bales. Obviously, we have a Nokia hole like that, and then USCC hole number 17. Probably 2 most iconic island holes in the world.
That one, the hole 18. It's 116 meters for the MPO and usually playing in heavy crosswinds on the field. But here you can see the hole number 11 on which our feature card number 1 is now moving on to. This is a beautiful hole, but really challenging. First you have to pierce about 120, 125 of these woods, get a skip, preferably uphill towards the left side. To look at the basket, that's about 70 meters away. And this can get ugly pretty quick.
Yeah, it's all about the first shot, getting that to the right spot, and then the second shot should be pretty routine. But hitting a tree and you can get a big roll to the right, and things can get ugly, especially since they moved the MPO T-bat further. Like this.
Like that?
No. At least it didn't roll.
Yeah. This is a new tee position for the MPO. The FPO field is throwing from the permanent tee box. This hole is practically the same. if we consider it from the FPO tee. But this, about 20 meters longer for the MPO, really changes things up. And that's, yeah, that gets the favorable skip into the middle. There is a mandatory on the left side.
This is not favorable hole for Silver and Jesse.
No.
Since their side are dominant players, but that's decent.
That's doable.
Yeah, that's a decent result. So far, 3 so-so drives from this group. And Jesse is lacing the shot.
Let's hear from Mikael Häme, your co-leader. He's in the clubhouse, ready to give us his word. Let's hear it.
Okay, Mikael Häme, 9 down, tied for the lead in the clubhouse. Tell us how you feel.
I feel super good. The round was great. My drives hit the lines. I made the putts. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so 12 for 12 from C1 and then 3 for 5 from C2. How was it feeling on the green?
Obviously, super good. Well, those 3 C2 putts were like my comfort zone in the 10.5 or 11 meters. So I feel that's my like I prefer that one over like 9 meters. So I should count them to go.
All right, just that one bogey on 6. Anything you're going to change for tomorrow's game plan?
Just read the wind a little bit better. I just threw it left OB. Didn't count the wind to take it so much, but I'll play the same after not that one, but the rest.
Okay, great shooting today. We'll see you on the lead card tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mikael Häme. As we see Väinö Mäkelä checking his upshot on hole 11. Hits the middle tree, unfortunately. Mikael Häme actually took 3 podiums last year on European Pro Tour and the Euro Tour.
Yeah, he's known player here in Finland, in Europe. Played many years, and
this is actually his 10th year with PDGA sanctioned events. Oh, and that's danger for Jensen. He gets the red flag. And you will find those ridges and bumps on these fairways. For some of these fairways are brand new for this layout.
Yeah. Väinö is now in trouble. Let's see how much he tries to bite off on his 3rd shot. Is he gonna go some sort of hero shot and try to save a par, or is it time to just take the bogey and move on?
Silver is definitely going for this, but this is overturned maybe?
Yeah, and hit the tree and kicks to the right.
Yep. That's gonna be a tough save.
I have a hard time to believe you can get all the way to the basket from here. I think this is just... Yep.
Just a layup. It's still on the right side though. The slope is from left to right from the tee on this hole 11, but then the upshot is straight uphill. And if you want a run-up, you most likely shouldn't take it. Players should be throwing standstill to get the best possible solution. Result for their upshot.
Looks like Niklas was out of bounds as well, maybe. This is a very tricky hole. Yeah, he's putting for par. He's having so far pretty decent day, 6 under through 11. But now takes the bogey. And Hjalte, unfortunately, is just out of bounds. And he's putting now inside the circle for par.
Leaves it just a bit low, bounces on the basket twice and drops out. So that's gonna be another bogey in 3 holes for Hjalte Jensen. Such a hot start, but then cooling down. Here's Jesse Nieminen. He's second, he's in the circle.
Probably me.
It's gonna be most likely Jesse Nieminen putting first. There's a great message coming from the field that the first minute that this event started searching for volunteers, they got 50 people asking can they join and give their help for the event and for the course. The local Disc Club 4 is doing a magnificent job on the course and with the volunteers to take this course on the next level, and they have truly done that. Nieminen for birdie. That's in. 6 down through 11 holes. James Proctor, after the slow start, only birdies and 3 pars. And here are some Teemu's breakdown things from blackinkdiscs.com. Give us a shot.
Yeah, mind the wind. It's a very windy place, so use as an advantage and use the wind. Fairways are slanted, so we have lots of elevation change, and the fairways are going left to right, right to left. So that's something that you should take a keen on and concentrate on your next shot. You will get some bogeys. Just go to your next shot and keep your head up and yeah, play one shot at a time.
Let's see these in action in just a while.
I think this golfing can improve our community in many ways. It brings people together.
That maybe some of these kids who feel a little bit lost could find something like disc golf, find friends, find people to come together and play the sport.
Encouraging people to work together, kids to know one another, love one another.
A way for these kids to have a really fun thing to do together.
I think that's what we need in the world, love one another and do life together.
So you want to throw further. Okay, here's the plan. Step 1, join the Power Disc Golf Academy. Step 2, watch Holland Hanley's lessons on how to properly select discs that are appropriate for your skill level. Step 3. Watch Paul Ulibarri's X-Step lessons to help you build a solid foundation for generating power. Step 4. Watch Simon Lazat's lessons on upper body mechanics to make sure you're giving the disc the best opportunity for distance. Step 5. Watch Ezra Aderhold's max distance lessons to build your most powerful swing. Step 6. Use our fieldwork drills to dial it all in. And the last step, go out and crush your personal best distance record. Ready? Go.
What up, guys? We have the brand new MX2, good mid-range for power backhand thrower, very good for sidearm throwers. The MX2 is a very reliable, overstable disc that's finding its way into my bag, and I hope it finds its way into yours.
We are here. We are one. We will fight. We will fall. We will prevail. From the fjords of Norway to the shores of Spain, from the fire of Iceland to the hope of Ukraine, 30 countries, one voice. Go Europe.
Turku Open 2024, sponsored by Prodigy Disc, is on its way. The first day, a bit of half done, and now hole 12 is a par 3, 137 meters downhill, fourth hardest, a brand new hole.
Yeah, pretty difficult, 137 meters downhill. It's very tiny gap and an OB both sides, and if you come too much height, your disc will gonna fade left OB, and you don't want to challenge the right side OB either. You kind of travel over the OB 80% of the flight, so very difficult hole, and I'm interested to see how they tackle this hole.
Nieminen, last year's champion from the European Pro Tour, on the tee.
That is in danger. Is the tree.
And he's on the green. I believe Jesse Nieminen is on the green, just misses the tree short enough.
Yeah.
Proctor. Is that a mid-range?
I believe so.
That's too stable. Oh?
Got a little bit lucky there, inbounds, looking for a par, and I was about to say that I'm interested to see what Silver Lat is doing, and I thought about he might take the sidearm over the trees, and
oh my,
we're about to see that.
Oh my.
Watch the line. Sit. Sit. Sit down.
Sit down. Gets the green flag, pin high. Silver giving us chills with those sidearm shots.
That's more like a flipping a coin. That does it stay on the green, coming with the steep angle and high shot, and this time he got lucky.
Mäkelä going straight down the middle. Flip just a bit.
That needs to sit down.
Towards the out of bounds.
And this is Jesse for birdie.
Gets it done. Great job from Nieminen.
Continuing a solid round. Where is Väinö?
Marked to be putting for birdie. Here's Proctor for par.
Oh, there's, I believe under the basket is one disc, so
Yeah, so that's gonna be Väinö for par.
Väinö probably have missed the putt somewhere in circle's edge.
Luckily stayed in bounds from the tee, though.
Yeah. That's a great birdie.
That's a beautiful bird for Silverlat. This is actually the basket for the permanent layout 18. It's an island hole, usually. But now we are throwing towards the 18th tee. This is also a brand new hole for this layout called the Stag. Actually, the stag as an animal is considered to be one of the most dangerous animals in these northern woods. And this is a dangerous course. Let's fly over the next one at 13. This is a monster. 121, yeah, the distance is not the biggest issue here. If you have the big arm, you can try to go over, but there's OB pretty close to the basket.
Yeah, and this plays close to 150 meter shot since it's a severe uphill, and then you have to hit this tiny little gap. I assume most of the shots will land in the circle's edge. It's very hard to get all the way under the basket, so let's see how close these guys can hit it.
Nieminen. There's a natural bunker on the right side. Barely touches it, and now he's in circle 2.
Oh, there it is.
Are you surprised about this sidearm play?
No.
What would you be doing here? You're a lefty. Tell us. Would you go over the left side?
No, just a straight shot. I think it's an uphill, so this doesn't move as much left to right. So more like a direct shot. I was about to say that the roller could be also a play, but a direct shot you can get inside the circle.
Proctor, this is turning, and it doesn't fade, risking the out of bounds. Stays in the bunker, and I don't know which one is worse, to stay in the bunker or go through and hit out of bounds, because then you would have a line to save the par.
Yeah.
But now he has nothing.
Yeah. So we can see this hole is pretty difficult. Let's see if Väinö can.
This is looking good.
This is better. Does it have us?
The same gap through which Henna Blomroos went on the FPO field, and he's now looking at the birdie. 6 meters.
Yeah.
Well, that disc doesn't usually drift. That disc kind of holds straight. There must be like a massive headwind on the gap. Yeah, I mean, that's even like slightly more stable.
Let's look at the Paragon Disc Golf notable statistics for Jesse Nieminen. 91% fairway hits, but he's leading the stats in park percentage.
But it's not that heavy. No, it's not. That surprised me. A little uphill too. Well, maybe.
Jesse having a great season so far.
Comes over from the hill.
9th place opening his season at chess.com. And hanging on there, for example, Texas States took the 11th, and of course took down the Copenhagen Open 2024 about a month ago. Circle 1 in regulation 55, Circle 2 3. Here is Hjalte Jensen on a tee of 14. Permanent hole 17. Really demanding tee shot here. Silverlat laying up for the par. Wise decision. Nieminen, oh, hits the cage. Luckily doesn't roll down.
Yeah, that was a good run. There we see it from another angle.
Kind of didn't work out. You're good. You can go back. No, but Barkin lost his spot.
Mäkelä actually has a branch almost in front of him. But he has a gap. This would be a great catch for Mäkelä. Stroke from the card. Count him in. That's gonna be 5 birdies and 1 bogey for the round for Väinö. Just like that, Väinö Mäkelä is only 1 stroke away from Hjalte Jensen, who started his round really hot. And now during 4 last holes, he has 2 bogeys and 2 pars. And here is the leaderboard. Jesse Nieminen and Mauri Wilman also there from Estonia, charging up. Of course, if you watched the European Pro Tour last year, Mauri really had an outstanding start for his tournament series, taking down several events. Jensen going huge, but this is too much left. It's down there near the out of bounds. He could be looking at 3 more tap-in birdies if he just aimed an inch to the right.
Yeah.
3 similar spike hyzers on his textbook, but or playbook, but they're all taken a bit by the wind.
Yeah.
Niklas Anttila, Markus Fjortoft also battling their way, -6 at this moment. Have to shout out Matias Kannianen, a local up-and-coming player. Great job from him, 7 down. As we see the hole 14, just beautiful from the tee, but really treacherous.
Yeah, 183 meter. It's a 3rd hardest hole, super narrow gap. Here's the sweet spot after the tee shot. Then you can go over the tree on the right, where Hjalte took over this dead straight, kind of over the hill, and then it kind of goes down here on this little pocket. Very hard hole to get a birdie. Needs 2 perfectly executed shots, and but the most important shot is off the tee, clear the gap, and that way you can avoid the bogeys. But if you hit early trees, bogeys almost instant.
Ei, vihreällä vasta mukaan.
So this is actually, I believe, the first time on the round that we are having even the slightest of weight before we can tee off.
Yeah, and no surprise, it's this hole. If something super tight gap, and people hit first trees, and then they're searching discs. So
we're gonna have a short break here. We'll be right back with you on the action. Live on tee of 14, par 4, silver lat, 183 meters, 2 demanding shots in order to chase the birdie. And Silver just missing the right side trees, and that's actually fine. He was lucky there.
Yeah, good shot. Well placed after the tee shot, and probably looking something flex sidearm shot to the green. I think this is suits better for a sidearm. Can play kind of towards the hill. Proctor plays picture perfect shot there. Let's see if we're about to see Väinö's shot. That was perfect as well.
Perfect. Yep.
What about Jesse?
This hill, this slope is really, really steep from right to left, and it's really hard to get a proper run up. Nieminen is aiming to the right side and gets a favorable roll.
So
that's great.
So all the players are pretty much on the sweet spot. Let's see how they manage to approach the green. I think the first shot is important to avoid the bogey, but the second shot is actually harder to get it close to the basket.
In order to save some souls from the dearest friends in Turku, the Aura river that goes through the city actually gathers its waters through lands that are really heavy in clay. And the clay from the lands gathers to the river, and this is the last part in the middle of the town before it settles down to the ocean. And the top water on the river is actually pretty bright, but the clay is really heavy and it settles down to those bottom layers of the water, and that's why it looks so muddy. So it's not the Seine River in Paris yet, people. Jesse Nieminen throwing 2.
Looks perfect.
And a bit long.
There's a lot of trees back there. You might have.
Let's hope he has a look, some kind of a window through the branches. And the green of 18, and that was Mauri Vilman. Trying to take the birdie on hole 18, but doesn't get the disc high enough. He's going to be settling for the par, so he's 1 behind Mikael Häme and Jakub Semerad, your current leaders. As we see James Proctor taking the standstill, which is wise. Does this hyzer at all? A bit. I believe there's some out of bounds there. Well, actually, no, there is none. Mäkelä, similar kind of shot than Proctor's. Needs to settle down. Perfect for Väinö Mäkelä. I haven't thought about using those branches there.
Yeah.
Smart play from Väinö. He's in the bullseye for the birdie on one of the most difficult holes. I would argue in whole Finland. There's always something that gets you from the tee, or when you have a sigh of relief that you managed to pierce the 2 gaps from the tee, then you yank the next shot left or right. And the slope is heaviest on the green, and there's no grass, there's nothing that can break the speed down. Look at that second
Wow.
2/3 of the round for Mauri.
Yeah. And that short miss on the last hole was to get -9. Unfortunately, he missed that putt, but what a great round after a slow start. Racking the birdies, middle of the round. And Jesse Nieminen and Niklas Anttila, 7 under currently. They have a very, very good chance to, I would say, hit the double digits, but at least join to the 9 under club. Proctor laying up. Let's see. Wow. Jesse was actually very close to go out of bounds long.
Yeah.
Does he have a window?
Giving it a laugh. Not able to get to the basket. To stretch out behind the tree. This would take Silver back to even par. Just a bit low. He's gonna settle for par.
It's stuck on the tree.
Ah.
Yes, his putt.
That's true.
I was looking like where the putter actually went, but stuck the tree.
Ooh, a bit low for Nieminen, but he gets the par. He didn't enjoy seeing that, but Väinö Mäkelä, what a great birdie in the bullseye. And once again, we are gonna head up to the clubhouse. We're gonna soon get an interview from there. Just so great to see those stands there with the people. Let's hear from the clubhouse.
Mauri Vilman, 8 down, currently in 3rd place. Tell us a little bit about the round.
Yeah, I played 8 down. It was a good round. The start was low, but in the back 9 I got so many birdies, and I made one 23-meter putt, and yeah, it was a good round.
So yeah, nice highlight. Just that one bogey on hole 1. Anything you're going to change for tomorrow?
No, just got some birdies from start.
Heat up a little bit more on the front 9 and same thing on the back.
Yeah.
All right, great round. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you.
That's Mauri Vilman for you. Great round from the guy. Nieminen, Anttila still doing everything they can, aiming to that 9 down to challenge Mikael Hämees and Jakub Semerad's round. We can fly over the hole 15, also a brand new hole played in the Winter Open a few months back. This is permanently the practice area with 3 baskets, but now 2 of those are gone. We are facing a par 3 102 downhill.
Yeah, relatively easy. You just have to hit the gap, and now on this and the very next one, the key is that they have a very low ceiling, so just keep it low, your shot. I think this hole, it's good to throw actually a driver, so you can just like hit it low and kind of get some ground play. And let's see how they manage to play this hole. But very good birdie hole.
That's right for Mäkelä, but misses everything and lands in the circle one. I was sure that's gonna get a kick left.
Yeah, yanked the shot a little bit to the right, but just misses the corner trees, and now relatively short birdie putt coming up.
Similar line for Jesse Nieminen.
That's a bullseye.
That's a bullseye for Nieminen. That's gonna be a bird. And still Silverlat is not giving up his sidearm game.
Hold.
This to hold, there's out of bounds, all right, and it holds.
Wow.
What a great deal of touch with that kind of a shot.
Yeah, very impressive to kind of put it on a right angle. This super low ceiling and a hazard shot.
Proctor hitting branches, but not slowing down at all.
Proctor called Vainolov.
Yeah, super duper lucky. That's the thing.
Yeah, pulled a little bit to the right, but kind of go through a little bit on the right side trees, and we have 4 good birdie opportunities coming up, and here's the second feature card, Niklas Anttila teeing on hole 16, and this is just...
What?
That is just such a Niklas shot. Straight driver, low ceiling. I mean...
That's such a beautiful throw. And that's about like, what is 100 meters?
Yeah, at least. And you can't probably get more distance than that. It's super low ceiling. And he has a very good opportunity to get to the green. How hard the hole 16 have played today on MPO side? Because I believe today on FPO side there was 0 birdies.
There has already been 12 birdies on 16.
But it's first on difficulty as well, so super demanding hole. Let's see if Proctor can keep the putter hot. Just a little bit high and left.
Nope. That's a denied from the basket. Mäkelä for birdie about 5 meters away. Should be an easy one for the guy. And that's left for Mäkelä. Huge miss. Really frustrating par for Mäkelä. He had a great chance to get 1 stroke. That takes the birdie.
Yes, it gets to the 8 under par. 3 holes to go.
Why not?
It's one off the lead.
What a salesman. Jesse Nieminen.
Shouting out Flight Factory, thank you for giving us these beautiful drone footages from the course.
Introducing Fractal Line Discs from Prodigy. Fractal is the new visual treatment joining spectrum, glimmer, and glow as an additional aesthetic variation. Fractal line discs utilize a new proprietary processing technique, splashing colors in a complex motif that can trick the eye into seeing patterns while each element remains distinctive and abstract. It's calming, chaotic, and completely one of a kind. Learn more at prodigydisc.com. Introducing Fractal Line Discs from Prodigy. Fractal is the new visual treatment joining spectrum, glimmer, and glow, flashing colors in a complex motif. It's calming, chaotic, and completely one of a kind. Learn more at prodigydisc.com.
Hole 16. In the permanent layout with a different tee pad location, this is the permanent hole number 1. This is a bit shorter, but it's not at all less demanding.
Yeah, hardest hole on the course, 189 meters, plays super low ceiling, super narrow, dead straight tee shot, and then we're throwing uphill to this opening, and FPO played on that short basket, and MPO that longer one. Left side is fine, right side you have a OB, and the one difficult thing is that the second shot we're throwing off these wood chips, and they can be slippery to throw from, and that looked like
a bit hyzering to the left, and I believe
Yeah.
that's circle's edge for Anttila.
Where are you guys staying? I'm staying at my friend's place.
Nice.
But he's not even here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in Lapland. So I just got the key,
Nice.
key and went there.
How far is your house from your lineup?
It's like, I came with like that scooter, like 10 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, the scooters are nice.
Jenny was saying she lives like 10-minute walk.
That's practical from Jesse, grabbing his pal's key and crashing into his apartment while the guy's on holiday on Lapland. So we see Jensen still 5 down for the round. Really tough back 9 for the guy.
Yeah, I played 7 down on the first 9, then 3 putted on the and take a bogey on hole 10 and never really recovered. Followed on another bogey on 12, and then 3 pars. So, and then on hole 16, looking another par again. So completely different front and back 9, unfortunately.
And all of you there on the other side of the screen, remember that the disc golf season is in full swing. And here are some dates to your upcoming Disc Golf Network events. And remember to not miss a single one of these, so subscribe today for Disc Golf Network. We have the Preserve Championships coming up. Swedish Open from the Europe side, and then Des Moines Challenge, July 5th to 7th, and Turku Open, 12th to 14th of July. Keep that disc golf coming, man. I'm so happy. The summer is finally here. We in Finland had 6 months of winter and snow. 6 months. That was frustrating, I can tell you. But now we are here and the season is on. So let's grab those subscriptions, shall we? Let's see some great sidearm game from Jesse Nieminen, shall we? He can be aggressive, but hits the branch going horizontal. Just a bit too high, but that looked great out of his hand though. Lat, so unable to get the distance. Mäkelä going standstill. Just need it in the center of this fairway, and he's keeping kind of in the right direction, but that right side is still a bit tough for you. You have to start avoiding those trees on your follow-through. Proctor. Another great bunch of tee shots from 16.
Probably straight from here. Hit it there, hit the branch. Yeah. East, that's fine.
So did that went out of bounds? I believe, yes.
And there is an out-of-bounds bunker in the center. That's a huge miss for Jesse Nieminen. He was going aggressive from the tee.
Yeah, and that's a very bad break. Throwing third, and now the best case scenario is to get somewhere on the opening, and then 5 is the best he can take. Hopefully he can avoid the double bogey.
Out, and he doesn't actually get very far, and I believe he still hasn't made the mandatory left. So there is a mandatory marked on the right side of the fairway. This is now a big deal for Nieminen, how he will survive this hole. Here is Jensen from the green of 16. This is for birdie, 19 meters. And he gets it! Look at this guy! Hjalte Jensen, almost outside circle 2. And he's happy for a reason. I mean, we have to roll back that Zuka replay for Jensen. What a great putt. That's how you do it.
Yeah, very important bounce back. Been struggling since the hole 10, and now get the one bonus birdie. Hopefully he can follow it up with 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, he has all the chances to get those last ones, 17 and 18.
Yeah.
Here he is on the tee of 17. This is a really demanding hole. It requires a specific shot and a big arm. 109 meters, but it's uphill. There is a gap you have to pierce, and that's in the woods in the center. He might be looking at a putt. We'll see. Niklas Anttila also opting for the sidearm. If you wish to go up and over with a mid-range or something like that, you really need the power of like 150, I would say.
Yeah, it's a lot, pretty much uphill, and the trees are quite high. He kind of went through
Yeah.
circle's edge-ish, somewhere there.
And Väinö Mäkelä, fairway of 16th. He's second. Is he going aggressive? He has a fast driver on his hand. He goes aggressive, but this is a bit understable, and that's about 35, 40 meters away still. Most likely looking at the par. But where is Jesse Nieminen? He pitched out.
Wow.
He pitched out and now he's throwing 4. Oh, sorry, 5. This is his 5th.
Triple bogeys.
It's in play for sure.
Yeah. I think if you want to get from here to the basket, it needs super good shot.
This is looking great, but missed the bush.
Does it roll off the?
If it's in the bush, that's bad. He might have a chance for the double, but that's painful for Nieminen.
Yeah, he's bogey free all the way till this point. I mean,
this is Jensen.
That's why the hole 16 is the hardest hole on the course.
And this is for the birdie, about 15 meters away.
Come on.
He gets it. Look at this man. He found a door away from the struggles.
Yeah, and that's the way to bounce back. It was pretty miserable for a few holes. Then you get a one bonus putt dropping and then following up with the second one in a row. So great job from Hjalte. And now he's all of a sudden 7 down.
Yep, he's totally
going
back.
18, so chance to get to the lead card on tomorrow. So
how about Niklas? Goes high, and that's gonna be Niklas and Hjalte tied, 7 down.
yeah, Niklas have unfortunately missed 3 putts in a row. Last 3 previous holes. I believe they have all been circle sets or circle 2, but a bit frustrated there.
Eric Oakley also finding the struggles on the back 9, 4 bogeys and 3 pars. He had a solid front 9, 4 down, but then the struggles came. And the sun is setting down. Slowly but surely. This is Väinö about 32 meters away, just a layup. Anttila for par. Yep. Proctor, soft beat for the birdie. Settle for par. Looking at the stats, there's not such a great of a difference between the front nine and the back nine, but it seems that the course takes its toll from the players, and it's just showing from the scorecard that the front nine could be playing more easily. But Hjalte Jensen, he's totally back. He had 2 long putts nailed down from circle 2, and now he has 1 island to hit.
Yeah, let's see. It would be great to end up the first round with Turkey and getting to 8 under.
Yes, Nieminen is in 8 under, but now this is for double bogey.
And the OB is right behind it, so if he hits the top of the basket, that's
gone.
So.
And that's what he was afraid of. And that's going to be a triple for Nieminen.
Yeah, bogey free, 8 down. First 15 holes, and then all of a sudden that will drop him all the way to like, what, 20th place somewhere there.
And think about these holes come Sunday, and if it's raining full down, it's going to be so hard to get any decent results. Lat takes the bogey. Mäkelä for par. Gets it done. Proctor takes the par, and Nieminen cards a 7. With 1 out of bounds stroke. That's a big time mess on Nieminen's hands, and now he has to take the gears up a couple of notches and try to card 2 more birdies to save some of that triple. Now Hjalte Jensen, tee of 18, 116 meters. A bit downhill, island hole with the hay bales. He has, I believe, a stable mid-range. This is interesting because the glide of this disc is not enough. I'm really surprised he didn't take the high hyzer rod, which would be, I believe, easier for him. And he's out of bounds. He now has a 12-meter putt from the island to make for par, but it can be intimidating for the crowd is there. They're sitting there waiting for you to putt. And there is still wind on this field, you can see from those banners. It seems like they have a kind of a tailwind here. Anttila. This is high. Does it hyzer? Yep.
Looks good.
And that's how you do it in the circle for Anttila. Looking at the headwind putt though, and if you miss the putt from long side of the green, you're facing the out of bounds. If you miss the basket or skip from top of it, most likely you are waving goodbyes for the par. Lat, I believe, going high and wide. Yeah, I mean high, maybe not so wide. He needs this to spike down. This is looking solid. Hits the trees.
Gets the roll. I guess almost left OB.
Jensen.
This
From
is
the drop zone.
Yeah, this is a 12-meter putt. Come on. Make a third step putt in a row.
No, it's not. And that's going to be a bogey for Jensen. He's going to end up 6 down for the round. But he made a great effort on the 16 and 17. Just like that, after the first 5 holes, Niklas Anttila was only 1 down. But since then, he's back in the mix. And if he gets this one down, it's going to be 8 under. And it's there. Niklas Anttila is tied for the 3rd place with Mauri Vilman. 8 down for the first round. 2 co-leaders, Mikael Häme, 9 down, Jakub Semerad, 9 down. Will be the other 2 players on the lead card tomorrow.
Yeah, solid round from Niklas. Couple bogeys, but fairly steady playing. Could have made a couple more circle 2 putts, but very good start to the tournament. And especially, I was slightly worried about especially these players that came from states. Last Sunday, the previous tournament was ended, and it was from Oregon, so it was the furthest point you can fly out, and all the time zone difference, and yeah, you have a jet lag and all that stuff. So, well played.
During these tournaments, if you're looking for live scores, or if you are curious who's leading different stats this year, look no further and see the live scores and stats from all Pro Tour events and season-long Disc Golf Pro Tour stats at dgpt.com, and just scan that QR code on your screens for more information about those. Great to have the stats with us, and they're looking great. Great to compare those players between each other, how they're dealing with different courses. Jesse Nieminen for the birdie on hole 17. This was an unbelievable drive. Great birdie. He gets 1 back from the tipple. Now he's 6 down for the tournament. He can still get the 7 down, which is perfectly fine. Here you can see the hole 18 in all its glory. Playing in the middle of the difficulty scale, reaching 2.96. Par 3, just a bit downhill. And the wind is the biggest obstacle on this course. Sorry, on this fairway. We'll be back in just a while.
the 2024 Prodigy Signature Series are here. The Signature Series explores the evolution of flight. Get yours March 22nd on ProdigyDisc.com and at your... Introducing Fractal Line Discs from Prodigy. Fractal is the new visual treatment joining spectrum, glimmer, and glow as an additional aesthetic variation. Fractal line discs utilize a new proprietary processing technique, splashing colors in a complex motif that can trick the eye into seeing patterns while each element remains distinctive and abstract. It's calming, chaotic, and completely one of a kind. Learn more at ProdigyDisc.com.
The last hole for the MPO on the starting day of Turku Open 2024 is about to begin. This event is sponsored by Prodigy Disc. And we're going to see, I believe, 2 sidearms from the tee. Jesse Nieminen first up.
That needs to stable. Wow.
He skipped on top of the hay bales.
Just barely.
Yeah, that's inbounds. Väinö Mäkelä. On his home course. At this point, 5 under through the round. Can he make it to 6?
Looks good.
Oh, he hits a meter from the basket, and that's about 8 meters left for the birdie. James Proctor next up, also 5 under for the day. High and wide, this looks solid.
Looks even better.
The bullseye for Proctor, he's gonna be 6 down. Silverlat. Really 2 over par. This is looking good.
Go in the basket.
Not quite, but hits the pole even closer than Proctor. So 2 tap-in birdies coming up.
Yeah, Jesse is probably in circle's edge and Väinö looking like 8-meter putt. So last couple final putts coming up, but we have seen great disc golf today.
That is exactly the point why we are here. It's great to see the course is in mint condition. Thanks once again for the local club 4 and its volunteers and all the staff. Great to see those spectators there.
Yeah. And the course is playing fairly challenging. This is by far the hardest layout on this property ever played.
That is true. Nieminen. It's the top band.
So Jesse is looking 6 under. Proctor have a tap in to get 6 under, and this is Mäkelä to get 6 under. Right to left wind.
Pitula, we've seen so many of those on this very green. So many, both from FPO and from MPO. They don't want to risk the out of bounds. Lurking behind the basket from that position, and this is now Nieminen for the par. 6 down for the day. He doesn't need to be such a hard guy for himself after this round though. One blemish on the card, but otherwise solid play. James Proctor, Silver Lap taking the birdies. And that's it for the disc golf throws for the day. But we are gonna hear from Niklas Anttila next. He's on the clubhouse. He has returned to Finland. Let's hear from the man.
Niklas Anttila, 8 down, tied for 3rd place. Tell us a little bit about the round.
I don't think I ever felt this bad playing this good. I think 8 down is a good round out here, but I felt bad on almost every tee, bad on every putt. I don't know what it was, but sometimes it goes like that. You feel bad, but we still play kind of decent.
Yeah, so just 2 bogeys, quite a lot of birdies on the front 9. Anything you're going to change about the game plan for tomorrow?
I need to fix my putting. I think my game plan is good and I'm throwing decent even though I'm feeling bad. But yeah, fix my putting and I will be fine tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see you on the lead card tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And that was Niklas Anttila. And I can hear what he's saying there. He didn't quite get to show his best today. He had great results, but it's so interesting for we have been watching the guy for the whole season, and usually he starts firing up through the late of the season. But we'll see what we can get from the guy tomorrow. But now we are going to focus ourselves to the Innova hot round of the day. And that's going to be 9 down from Mikael Häme. Same result from Jakub Semerad. 1 bogey for both of them.
Yeah, and look at the putting stats. 100 inside the circle and 60% on the circle 2. What a great performance for Mikael Häme. And let's see if they can keep the momentum going tomorrow as well. But regarding Niklas, even though he said he played very bad, but I think it also shows the level of his game nowadays.
That's true.
Like even if you don't really feel that well, you just like your base level is so high, so you just scrap together around and you're able to kind of be in contention week out of the week. So that is a great sign on a top elite disc golfer.
And that's something that is interesting for Niklas, is charging up this early in the season, and he has the same exact amount of birdies than Mikael and Jakub in the lead, but he has just 1 more bogey.
Yeah, but yeah, great opening round. Like I said previously, I was a bit afraid how the jet lag will affect on these players that came from US, but probably that was the reason why Niklas also felt a little bit bad off the tee and a putting green. But yeah, one of the lead card tomorrow. So, but yeah, great day behind, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
That's true, and if I recall correctly, we should have clear weather tomorrow and maybe some rain on Sunday. So these players really want to charge up tomorrow on the moving day and then hold on to those scores for Sunday. But now, what would be the OTB shot of today for this MPO opening day?
Could be Hjalte's putt on 16.
That could be one of those. That I'm going with that too. We're going to with the same line, both on FPO and MPO. Let's see the OTB shot of the day. And it's actually Niklas Anttila from 18.
Big hyzer. This was a great birdie. Finished the round 6 meters.
Great shot from Niklas. about 6 meters away from the basket.
I have a feeling that this tournament will come down to that hole.
You have a feeling?
Yeah. So it's like tied, and then there's one guy that misses the island. I don't know. It is just one of those holes that can bring up the drama. So we'll see.
How about Teemu? Just quickly before we end the show, how do you feel about the last hole being a par 3?
I mean, if it's hole like that, I really like it. Usually it's cool if it's like super hard par 4, but that par 3 can bring up the drama, and it's a beautiful hole. You have the like you can have lots of spectators there and everything. So
and the wind is a big factor. It looks simple on paper, but the wind is usually a crosswind from right to left.
Yeah, and it's a very mental hole. So I think every last hole that is like a big mental thing, I think it's only good thing.
Left to be seen if that hole really changes up things tomorrow or even on Championship Sunday. But now, thank you, Teemu, for being with me in the booth today.
Thank you. I wanna say thanks to all the viewers today. It was a great first day. If you watch it on YouTube or Disc Golf Network, join us tomorrow as well and a Sunday. And from my end, have a good night, and we see you guys tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow morning with the FPO. Cheers for now.
Bye.